evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network in the American Esports Racing Association Cup Series. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we're coming to you live from Talladega, a 2.5-mile super speedway located in Talladega, Alabama. All right. The weather tonight, it is 80 degrees out, partly cloudy. The track temperature sitting at a whopping 109. But that track temperature, not what's on everyone's mind tonight. It is the big one that Talladega is known for. We currently have 18 cars on track for practice. Looks like a couple more still expected to make the race. We've got a full field, so everyone going to be looking out for the big one here tonight. And the rules for tonight's event, these drivers are going to be given 6 sets of tires and 65% fuel to get this one done. And with that 65% fuel, our pit window looks to be about 24 to 27 laps, depending on how much you can save. We were speaking to a couple of the drivers. If you were out in front and keep that pedal to the floor, look at about 24 laps of fuel. If you were able to sit in the back and save going around half throttle, look, it'll be up to about 27 to 28. So pit strategy on everyone's mind. And our stages tonight, we will have a stage breaks at lap 18 and lap 44 tonight. And we've got Curtis Stanford in the chat, thanking everyone for coming out. Glad to have you showing some appreciation there, Curtis. And glad to have you tuning in. We just saw Dawson Price and company practicing their green flag pit stops. Only about 4 minutes left in practice, so we're going to go ahead and step aside for our driver introductions. All right, and we are back. Practice winding down, and we've got a little points update for you guys. And a breakdown of our points as we get ready for qualifying here. Seth LaCroix is still sitting atop the leaderboard as we come into Talladega. He has a firm lead. Almost 50 points over David Joyner in second with 275 points. Joshua Edmonds sitting there in third with 265 points. Dawson Price in fourth with 262 points. And Tristan Haynes rounding out the top five in points with 226 points. But that Apex Racing group showing some dominance here on the points chart. But all eyes are on the cut line here. Joseph Truskowski just moved off of the bubble with his podium finish last week. He moves up to 8th with 193 points. Nicholas Warner, the big loser last week, moving back down to 10th with 190 points. And Connor Price, just outside the cut line, he is about 13 points back in 11th with 177 points. And Joseph Miller in 12th with 172 points. They're going to be looking to bounce back here tonight. So we see qualifying is underway now. Currently looking at Wesley Carter on track. You see him running up high there. His first lap here, trying to carry as much speed as he can when he crosses that line. And we'll go ahead and check in with the two of Hunter Geyer as well. Rocking a new paint scheme here this week. He is looking for a good starting position here. He has had a fast car. Seems like week in and week out, but the bad luck always seems to find that 2 car. We've watched it across the 2 leagues. He's going to be looking to bounce back here tonight at Talladega. And the first times are starting to come in, and it is close between our top 5 here. Only a couple 100ths of a second separating these guys. Joshua Edmonds in that 17 San Francisco 49ers car sitting atop the leaderboard. And as I say that, Dawson Price in that 24 HendrickCars.com car is going to take over the pole position. It looks like Seth LaCroix is unfortunately going to have to reset here. He's rocking the Dallas Cowboys Chevrolet tonight. Dawson Price doubling down, setting an even faster lap time there. 53.98 to take the pole. It looks like he is going to sit in a pretty good position as Hunter Geyer. Not sure if he got sideways there or was just practicing his burnout after his qualifying run. High hopes for him coming into this one. And we'll check out Nick Hames. Looks like he has just finished up his qualifying there. Eric Rodman on track, but time is winding down on qualifying, so we're going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by URA Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem. All right, and we are back, folks. Looks like everyone has completed their qualifying run. We are getting ready to start gridding. Oh, I stand corrected. It looks like Joseph Truskowski currently on track. Looks like he has just finished up his qualifying run. Good enough to take 7th there for the 57 car. And Gingy entering the chat saying Noah Smith is greatness. Glad to have you here, Gingy. And an update on Noah Smith, driver the number 84 car. It looks like he is going to opt out of qualifying. His time is winding down. I do believe they have given these drivers 10 minutes to qualify instead of the usual 5. But it does look like everyone who is going to qualify has laid down a lap time here. And as we wait for the okay to go green, we're going to go ahead and take a moment to talk to Joseph Miller here. Joseph currently sitting 12th. Joseph, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
All right. Joseph currently sitting 12th in points, just below that cut line. We've been looking at the point standings here. Notice Connor Price is actually going to miss this race, so that's going to move you up to 11th. Just outside of the cut line, what is your plan to get up to at least the top 10 to be able to compete here for the championship?
Well, I think I can get up to the top 10, but staying there is going to be the trick because anything can happen here.
That is true. And when we talked about it, the thing that's got to be on everyone's mind here is the big one. What is your strategy tonight to avoid getting caught up in someone else's incident?
Well, generally speaking, I try to stay on the low line the whole race because it's the safest place to be, but sometimes it doesn't work out even down there. But everybody goes high and then comes low. So I always try to take the low line no matter what.
All right. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on you. Are you, it looks like you're going to be rolling off 4th here tonight. So, is your plan to stay up front, or are we going to see you and your teammates maybe drop to the back for maybe a stage or 2 here?
Just depends on the, complexion of the race, how other people are driving.
All right. Well,
if I get nervous, I might drop to the back.
That sounds good, buddy. We'll be keeping an eye on you as that points race is heating up here. We appreciate you taking the time to speak to us just before you guys get in the cars.
I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thank you, you too. And once again, that was Joseph Miller, driver number 16. And it looks like he's going to be rolling off fourth here as they get ready to make their way down to the starting grid and get in their cars. All right, and they have made their way down to the starting grid. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our official starting grid here. Starting on the pole will be the 24 of Dawson Price. To his outside, and second will be Alex Pelican driving the number 13 car. In third, we have Joshua Edmonds driving the number 17. Joseph Miller will start fourth in the 16 machine. David Joyner will roll off fifth, driving the number 85. Seth LaCroix will start sixth, driving the number 88. Joseph Truskowski will start in seventh, driving the number 57. In eighth place, we have Eric Rodeman driving the number 96. Into the inside of row 5. In ninth, we have Hunter Geiger driving the number 2. Chris Jones will be to his outside. In 10th, driving the number 76. Tristan Haynes will be starting 11th in the 02 car. Tyler Green to his outside. In 12th, driving the number 77. In 13th, we have Cooper Liardi driving the number 7 car. Nick Haynes will start to his outside in 14th, driving the number 31. In 15th, we have Jerry Ward driving the number 89 car. Wesley Carter will start to his outside in 16th, driving the number 23. Nicholas Warner will start 17th, driving the number 3 car. Curtis Stanford will roll off 18th, driving the number 26. In 19th, we have Russell Abbott driving the number 4. Omar Rodriguez Jr. will start 20th, driving the number 92. And being scored 21st, go ahead and disregard. That is our race control there, Matt Beneke. But 22nd will be the actual 21st will be the 84 of Noah Smith, who opted out of qualifying here as we get ready to go racing. And they are off here. Their first and only parade lap. I'm looking at the 57 of Joseph Truskowski. He's one we've got to keep an eye on here. He is known for his aggressive driving, and we've seen him with some strong finishes. And his races ended frustration throughout the season. It's been a series of up and downs for that 57 car. But he finally made his way back to the podium here last week, and we will be looking for him to continue that aggressiveness tonight. He sits 8th in points, looking to close that gap up with Seth LaCroix and gain a few more positions. So the drivers now making their way down the backstretch. And Donald Bussier entering the chat, rooting for Joshua Edmonds. Edmonds sitting there in third tonight. So we get ready to get this one underway. And I tell you guys what, these Apex cars do look strong for the beginning of this one. Dawson Price, Joshua Edmonds sitting there starting 1-2 on the inside row. They'll be one to keep an eye on. I think we're going to see those guys working together as soon as this green flag drops, trying to stay up front and out of the trouble as that pace car dives down pit road. They're going to make their way through that tri-oval. Remember, folks, this is Talladega. The start and finish line will be past the exit to pit road. And the green flag is out. We are underway. So they head off into turn 1. Dawson Price leading the pack, and that bottom line getting the jump here. Alex Pelican in that 13, losing a lot of ground. That bottom line taking off like a rocket. And we see everyone, it looks like a lot of drivers wanting to hop down to the inside. Hunter Geyer going to make an aggressive move, jumping to the outside there. He's going to lead that outside line now. Waiting on to see if Alex Pelican is going to give him a push. That top line now finding a little bit of momentum. And now the 77 of Tyler Green. Going to start a third line here early. He is looking aggressive early on here. Green going to go ahead and hop back down into that second line. And that's going to leave, I believe that was Nick Hames up there all by himself in that 31. Now 2 laps in the books. Joseph Truskowski is going to take over that lead position in that top line. We see a lot of changes of the guard there up top. Joseph Truskowski leading now. Hunter Geyer led for a little bit. Tyler A. Green was left up there by himself, as well as a couple other drivers as well. All trying to lead that top line, but that bottom line holding solid. Dawson Price and Joshua Edmonds working together, still in control of that bottom line. Now we see the 7 of Cooper Liardi jumping up top. Or I'm sorry, that was the 76 of Chris Jones. Now, I'm not sure if these drivers wanting to jump up top are really trying to race, or if they're just trying to hang out in the back and avoid that big one. Now 15 laps left to go in the stage. Once again, these guys will not have to pit during stage 1. That top line still trying to get going. Hunter Geyer back outside there. He hopped up in front of Joseph Truskowski, looking for a push from Truskowski. Now that top line getting the momentum. And you see Truskowski there right up under the nose, or right up under that rear bumper of Hunter Geyer. We'll ride along with Joseph Truskowski. And he's going to poke his head up, or poke his nose up to that top line. He's going to back off of Hunter Geyer. That's going to kill the momentum. Now Truskowski going underneath Hunter Geyer. And without that push, Geyer's going to drop. That's going to allow... I believe that was Eric Rodeman hopping up to the top line there. Correction, Tristan Haynes moves up to the top line. He's now pushing Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski determined to lead this top line. Saw him leave Hunter Geyer out there to dry, diving down to the bottom, and he hops right back up there, now carrying some momentum. Looking for some help from Tristan Haynes. Now the top line looking competitive as we come down to 12 laps left in stage one. Truskowski going to take the lead away from Dawson Price, and Tristan Haynes looks like he wanted to go with Truskowski, but was in no way clear as the big one going to come out here. So the first caution of the night going to come out here. Lap 7, Joseph Truskowski just jumping into the lead here. As we see Tristan Haynes there limping. He's got a blown engine. That's going to end his night here tonight. Go back, try and see what happened here. And it looks like he comes down trying to get a side draft, or was trying to follow Joseph Truskowski. That's just going to cause mayhem here early on. And it's only lap 7, guys. They still have 80, or they have to make it to 80 laps, so still 73 laps left to go. And some heavily damaged cars here. We look at Joshua Edmonds. He was able to make it back around. We'll go back, take a ride with Edmonds through this. And we're allowed to ride along with Nicholas Warner as well here. Excellent job by Nicholas Warner to recognize that caution coming out. He's going to put that car in the infield, but going to keep it clean here. It looks like only 10 cars getting away cleanly here. From 11th on back, these cars on pit road, trying to get their cars serviced. We see two being shown the meatball flag. Their nights are done. That is Curtis Stanford and Tristan Haynes. Joseph Truskowski in control of this one. For the time being, and that's going to have some major points implications for Tristan Haynes. He was coming into this race 5th in points, and it looks like he's going to be scored as 21st in this race. So that's going to allow these guys to close up that gap. Alex Pelican should be able to get ahead of him in points. Joseph Truskowski definitely going to close in there. Wesley Carter also going to be with that shouting distance as well, if he can get that car back out on track. Wesley Carter still sitting on pit road here, getting that car worked on. And we will step away for a quick commercial break.
Do you love Orlando's theme parks, but the long lines have you losing the magic? Introducing Ride Waits, the Apple Watch app designed to help you skip the stress and ride more, with real-time wait times and park info right on your wrist. Whether you're exploring Walt Disney World, adventuring through Universal Orlando, or taking it all in at SeaWorld, Ride Waits helps you navigate smarter and get the most out of your visit. No more wandering, no more guessing, just more riding. And it's not just wait times. Ride Waits also offers tips on the best times to ride, general park info, and helpful alerts so you never miss out on your favorite attraction. Whether you're planning ahead or making game day decisions in the park, Ride Waits keeps everything you need at a quick glance away. Ride Waits, your wrist-side guide to the best parks in Orlando. Available now on the Apple Watch store.
Not affiliated with or endorsed by any theme park brand.
All right, and we are back. They are doubling them back up, getting ready to go green flag racing here. It'll be Joseph Truskowski in charge of this one. Dawson Price will restart to his outside. Row 2 will be Hunter Geyer in the 2 car. Tyler A. Green in the 77 to his outside. David Joyner will restart 5th. Joseph Miller in 6th. Eric Rodman will roll off 7th. Jerry Ward will restart 8th. Noah Smith in 9th. And Chris Jones rounding out your top 10 here as they make their way down the back stretch. And we get ready to go back green flag racing in this one. And looking at the back of the field, you see Josh Edmonds trying to catch the pack here. So it looks like 18 cars still in this one. Correction, 19, and Nick Hames has gotten back out there, but he is a lap down. And the good news about this 80-lap race, they will have plenty of time. They will have plenty of time to try and get their cars repaired and back into this one. Curtis Stanford entering the chat. Unfortunately, not able to survive that one. So that pace car is off, and we get ready to go back green flag racing. And the green flag is out. Joseph Truskowski going to take off there. But Tyler Green getting right up on that back bumper of Dawson Price. That top line looking a lot more competitive here on this restart. Hunter Geyer sitting there trying to catch up and get to that back bumper of Truskowski to give him a push. But it is all Dawson Price and Tyler Green right now. You see Tyler Green still latched on to Dawson Price's rear bumper, even through the corner. Normally in iRacing, that is trouble right there, but doing an excellent job there. Now Hunter Geyer getting to that back bumper of Truskowski. Be careful though, Hunter. You saw him. He was not hitting that 57 car square. So they will make their way back out to the front of this one. Now down to 7 to go in stage 1. And it is all Joseph Truskowski and Hunter Geyer here. We'll see how long Hunter Geyer wants to push that 57 car, though. It's Dawson Price and Tyler Green trying to survive back there in the pack. And Ben Smith wishing everyone luck, hoping to see us next week. And I tell you what, we hope to see you back on track next week, Ben. Definitely miss you out here. So now that top line going to get broken up. Dawson Price looking like he wants to get down to that bottom line. He's trying to link up with his teammate Seth LaCroix here. And that'll leave Tyler Green in charge of that top line for the time being. Here we see David Joyner all over that rear bumper of that 2 of Hunter Geyer. Pushing him right back up to the rear bumper of Truskowski. So we are down to 5 to go in stage 1. And I have just been informed that Tristan Haynes has been released from the infield care center after taking a wild ride in under that first caution. Tristan, it's Austin up at the booth. You got me? Tristan, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
All right, man. Take us through what happened with that first caution. We saw you push in that 57. And then he makes it to the lead, and then Mayhem breaks loose back there in the pack. What happened?
I look back at it. I think I was just trying to side draft by around Josh, and I got too close to him. I think he came up a little bit, but it was mainly probably me just getting too close, and then just all spiraled, and it's ruined my day.
All right. Well, we're sorry to hear that, and we understand that is going to have some points implications for you there. With one race left before the chase begins, what is your plan going into next week?
I'm just hoping to survive and just at least just make it to the end, because these past few races I've not finished at all.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking a moment to speak with us, and we will see you back here next week, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. While we were talking to Tristan, Joseph Truskowski moved up top to block that 2 of Hunter Geyer. Opens up the door for David Joyner to get to the inside, as we are coming down to 2 to go in stage 1. The 84 of Noah Smith, who opted not to qualify, looking to go from the outhouse to the penthouse here. Pushing David Joyner, but Geyer and Truskowski going back to the lead here. And these two, Geyer and Truskowski, we saw Geyer trying to get by Truskowski here earlier on, but they are working really well together here. And even though these guys aren't teammates in regular Talladega fashion, it appears that your friends are where you find them. And these two have found friendship in each other tonight, working really well. We'll see if Geyer's going to try and make another run at that 57, as here comes David Joyner to that outside, trying to get the side draft. And down to 1 lap to go in stage 1. So, and it is all Truskowski right now, and I think Hunter Geyer is going to be pretty content to finish P2 in stage 1, settle for those stage points. Hunter Geyer in desperate need of a good finish. He is well below that cut line, sitting back there in 17th in points. So now Geyer's going to jump out of line. not able to beat out Joseph Truskowski for the stage win there, as that green and white checkered flag will fly. And as they make their way around to pick up that pace car, we'll take a look at the finishing results for stage one. Joseph Truskowski getting the stage win. Hunter Geyer in second. Russell Abbott finishes stage one and third. Wesley Carter in fourth. David Joyner in fifth. Joseph Miller in 16th, getting some much needed stage points there. Cooper Liardi will finish seventh. Seth LaCroix in eighth. Eric Rodman in ninth. And Joshua Edmonds coming home 10th in stage one. And kudos to that 17 car. You can still see that front end damage there. He was involved in that first incident. It looked like he took a lot of damage there, but able to battle back and get a top 10 in stage one. And now he's going to get that opportunity to get some more work done on that car and be able to be competitive as we come to the end of, or as we get towards the middle of this race and then towards the end. And with that, we are going to step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here, folks.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting-edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages. Batteries not included. Actually, nothing's included.
All right, and we are back, and it looks like Hunter Geyer is going to be the one to lead them down pit road. Fortunately, that field is not going to freeze until that yellow flag comes out. And while he did not make the move good enough or quick enough to be able to take away that stage one win, Hunter Geyer is going to get the advantage here on pit road. Getting a nose out just in front of Joseph Truskowski as that green and white checkered flag falls. And unfortunately, Hunter Geyer going to drive through his pit box. I'm sure he's going to have something to say with us catching that on the broadcast here. But a good pit stop for him. Looks like he did not take tires. But the big winner on pit road going to be that 88 of Seth LaCroix here. So an update. Looks like Seth LaCroix, no tires on that car. Hunter Geyer, no tires as well. But unfortunately, not going to waste 3 seconds there driving through that pit box. So he will get to restart second. Cooper Liardi will restart third. David Joyner in fourth. Joseph Miller in fifth. Omar Rodriguez Jr. in sixth. Joseph Truskowski will restart seventh. Eighth will be Eric Rodman. Dawson Price in ninth. And Tyler A. Green rounding out your top 10 as we get ready to get this one back underway. And we do see Josh Edmonds still on pit road, getting some work done to that car. Nick Hames, Wesley Carter, Curtis Stanford still down there. Looks like Curtis Stanford and Tristan Haynes both could get back into this one. Those cars, or Curtis Stanford at least, not being shown the meatball flag anymore. But it looks like he is going to stay out for tonight. So they make their way around to the start and finish line, and they will be given the 1 to go signal this time by. And driver I really want to keep an eye on here as well, that 77 of Tyler Green. Looking very strong here out of Tennessee. But he is one that you guys are going to be able to see even more of with that new league that is coming to the Rebel Racing Network. And we do have a special treat for you guys. Tuesday evening, we will be broadcasting a recruitment race for VISRA, Virtual Immersive Sim Racing Association. That is our new league that will be coming to the Rebel Racing Network on Thursday nights. And stay tuned because they do have a 20 race schedule, and these are money races, dynamic purses for these guys. So they will be racing for money, and you can guarantee that that will get the tempers flaring and bring in the competition. Make sure you guys tune in Tuesday night for the recruitment races, and stay tuned for the announcement on the start of their season. And we are going to go back to the front of the field as Seth LaCroix will be in charge of this restart. And that pace car is off as we get ready to go back green flag racing here. And we're going to see what Hunter Geyer can do from the pole position, the outside pole position here during stage 2. He does have David Joyner behind him. And the green flag is out. We are back underway here. Geyer hanging right there with Seth LaCroix. It looked like Geyer actually got a nose out in front of him as they were coming to the line. Now Joyner going to link up with that back bumper of Hunter Geyer. And they should get a little bit of a run here as they come down the back stretch. And here comes Tyler Green trying to start the third line. Geyer's going to pull down in front of Seth LaCroix. Now Geyer leading David Joyner to his outside. And David Joyner going to take over that lead, taking Omar Rodriguez Jr. with him. That top line starting to dissolve here. You can see only 4 cars up there, and they do not, or 5 cars, they do not have the momentum to be able to keep up with the leaders as David Joyner looking to run away with it here. And this is where David Joyner's going to have to be careful, though. This stage 2 is 26 laps long. They had about 3 under caution here. But the pit window, if you are wide open the whole way, is only going to be 24 laps before you have to stop and come get fuel. Otherwise, you risk running out of fuel. So unless we get a caution here, David Joyner's got to really set the pace and be careful with that throttle here. Make sure he does not run out of fuel. We'll run along on the nose of his car. And you guys can hear it there. He is not letting up. Gonna have to be aware of that. So we look back in the field here. Only 2 cars left on the top line. That looks like the... Not sure who is left up there. That might be Alex Pelican there in that 13. Oh, correction. That is the 89 of Jerry Ward up top all by himself as they get single file here. And it looks like these guys just wanting to ride here, trying to save some fuel, make it to the end of this one on 1 tank of fuel. And coming to the end of stage 2, we could see some varying strategies here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of these guys at the back of the pack pitting here, pitting around lap 43, saving just enough time to not fall a lap down, but able to get fuel in it right before that caution and get the track position at the beginning of stage 3. We do see the 77 of Tyler Green hopping out of line here. And the 32 is going to go up and join him. Green trying to get a side draft. And looks like the back of the pack all's going to come with them. They want to make their way up to the front. 15 laps left in the stage. Now that top line's starting to get the momentum. Dawson Price, though, we saw him jump up to the top. Oh, that's going to kill their momentum. That 84 of Noah Smith moving up to the top line. Looked like that killed the momentum with Nick Haynes as well. But Noah Smith really going to check up that 77 of Tyler Green. Tyler Green all over that back bumper. It's really going to break these guys up here. Ames trying to track Joseph Truskowski back down. So Noah Smith now leading the top line, and you can see it definitely checked up the guys in the back. 89 of Jerry Ward backing off here. Josh Edmonds, he's just riding around. Dawson Price hanging out there in the back. I don't think I think those Apex guys did not like what they saw here. David Joyner still leading this one. Joseph Truskowski now going to jump out of line and join that top line as well. It looks like Nick Hames, he's been inching out of line. I think he wants to join that top line as well, but it's just going to kill the momentum as you see Joseph Truskowski diving back to the bottom as they got broke up there. Truskowski making a run. It looks like he got a little bit of a draft off of Seth LaCroix there. You see Truskowski, he will clear Nick Hames. Trying to use that side draft and whatever draft he can get to make his way back up to the front as Joshua Edmonds trying to get back up to that back bumper of Joseph Truskowski. Edmonds really needs to get that nose underneath that bumper to take that air off that damaged bumper and really feel the effects of this draft. Until Edmonds can get caught up to him, I don't know how well he's going to be able to push. Now Tyler Green jumping all the way out to that high line. And Hunter Geyer going to hop up in front of Joseph Truskowski now. Truskowski pulling up to that back bumper, and this might be what Truskowski needed. Geyer and Truskowski linking up. We've seen them work together before. Last time, though, it was Geyer pushing Truskowski. Joyner going to throw a block. That's going to check everyone up, but Geyer and Truskowski not going away here. They are there to David Joyner's outside. You saw that bobble out of David Joyner. That's going to check up the momentum on that bottom line for just a second. As Joseph Truskowski really out of shape there. Truskowski going around here. That's going to bring out our third caution of the night here on lap 35. And we'll go back, take a look at Joseph Truskowski. You saw him, it looked like he tried to go high. Bounces off of Hunter Geyer. I tell you what, guys, everyone doing an excellent job of avoiding that 57 car. You see Dawson Price going through the grass. Price may have to go change his driver's suit after that one, but, you know, Price doing an excellent job, but it looks like everyone going to avoid Truskowski for the most part. We'll take another look at it here. Oh, they definitely made contact. So it looks like Seth LaCroix may have caught a piece of that. One more look at it. We'll ride along on the hood of Seth LaCroix's car. So Edmonds and LaCroix, both slight contact. Not sure how much damage was done there. But pit stops are going to start here. David Joyner in the top 7 going to stay out. Josh Edmonds, Seth LaCroix coming down pit road. A lot of drivers staying out, and I don't know if I agree with this. We got Nicholas Warner was staying out. He was at the back of the pack. Dawson Price was in the very back of the pack. They're going to stay out looking for that track position. But that could cost them here when we get down to stage 3. I do believe a couple of these cars are undamaged. That 31 of Nick Hames, don't believe he has any damage. Cooper Lee already able to keep that car clean as well. They're going to come down pit road, taking some fuel. Correction, it does look like they are getting some damage repaired. So I stand corrected here. We go back to the cars on track. David Joyner still our leader. And honestly, I'm surprised we didn't see a couple of these undamaged cars coming down pit road, trying to get some fuel in that car and maybe make a shorter pit stop at the stage break. Less fuel to get in the car. Get the fresh tires on it. You can make it to the end on tires. And spend a little bit less time and get the track position going into stage 3. Once again, these drivers are going to have to pit during stage 3, and that may be under caution. And we will step aside for a quick commercial break.
Every race car starts the same. Just a shell, waiting for identity. Because every car can race, but not every car gets remembered. Custom. Bold. Built to stand out. Bird wraps. Don't just race, be remembered.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn 1. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back, folks. These drivers lining up, getting ready to go for stage 3. David Joyner will be your leader when the green flag drops. He is in control of this restart. Omar Rodriguez Jr. to his outside. Hunter Guy are going to restart third to here. Noah Smith restarting 4th. Tyler A. Green in 5th. Eric Rodeman in 6th. Dawson Price will restart 7th, Joseph Miller in 8th. And Nicholas Warner will restart 9th. And Jerry Ward going to round out your top 10 here. As that pace car getting ready to head down pit road. It looks like we will have about 7 laps to go until the end of the stage. Green flag is out. We are back underway, folks. David Joyner getting the jump here. Hunter Geyer pushing him. Tyler Green. Those top 3 on the bottom line showing some dominance here. And we see that bottom line really getting going here. That top line currently being led by Nicholas Warner in that black number 3. Dale Earnhardt Sr. throwback. They're trying to get in line here. Not sure if it's going to work. Nicholas Warner, you saw him really far up the track, not getting any sort of side draft. That's going to open up the door. Dawson Price and Alex Pelican moving up to that top line, trying to get that top line going and make their way to the front as we are coming down to 4 to go in stage 2. And we do have an update on the 57 involved in that last incident. He is back out on track. He did have to get damage repaired, but still looking competitive here. Laying down some fast lap times. He's able to keep pace and just looking for a moment to move up as he's going to take it 3, almost 4 wide, getting to the inside of Seth LaCroix. We're 4 wide back in the pack. LaCroix going to back out of it smartly there. Truskowski looking for that 3rd line. Nicholas Warner up top all by himself. Warner going to drop to the back now. Looks like Josh Edmonds going to lead that top line. It looks like his crew's got most of that damage worked out on the 17 car underneath these cautions. Maybe still some front end damage for him. But showing some speed, he's going to hop back down to the bottom line. And it does look like I can still see the damage on that 17 car. So not sure if he was the one you want out there leading your line with that front end damage. As Nick Haynes and Alex Pelican going to try and carry that top line back to the front of the field as they are coming down to 1 to go here. David Joyner in control of this one. Now pay attention though, guys. Seth LaCroix, we spoke to him under break. He did bring that car down pit road. No damage off that contact with Joseph Truskowski, but he did take fuel and tires. So he's not going to get any stage points here, but he's going to be in an excellent position to get the track position when they come onto pit road for these green flag pit stops, or for these pit stops underneath the yellow for the stage break. Now Geyer trying to get around David Joyner. He's going for the stage win, and it looks like Geyer's going to get the stage win this time. So Hunter Geyer going to win stage 2. Joseph Miller will come home second. David Joyner in third. Jerry Ward fourth. Tyler A. Green in fifth. Joseph Truskowski in sixth. Wow, where did Truskowski come from? Nick Hames in seventh. Omar Rodriguez Jr. will come home eighth. Josh Edmonds in ninth. And Wesley Carter will finish stage 2 in 10th. And Curtis Stanford cheering on Wesley Carter here. So we are now under our 4th caution, only the 2nd for cause. Geyer will now catch that pace car. When we get set up for those pit stops here at the end of the stage break, like I said, keep an eye on Seth LaCroix. So LaCroix definitely going to want to keep an eye on. He's looking for a quick pit stop here. Although Russell Abbott, Cooper Liardi, Wesley Carter, Josh Edmonds all pitted lap 36 as well. Nick Hames, Jerry Ward, and Joseph Truskowski all came down pit road last at lap 36. They're going to have to get less fuel in those cars once they hit their pit stall. All right, and pit road is going to be open here. Hunter Geyer leading them down pit road. Joshua Edmonds going to take right side tires. And it looks like Joseph Truskowski, just a gas and go, going to win the race off of pit road. And Connor Price entering the chat. Connor, where are you, man? Unfortunately, Connor going to have to move, or for those of you guys watching on Facebook, Connor Price, we now have the information on him. He is moving houses, unable to make this one. And unfortunately, that looks like it is going to knock Connor Price out of the points running this season. As we get ready to go back to racing, Joseph Truskowski, now your leader. Jerry Ward in second, Wesley Carter in third, Hunter Geyer in fourth, David Joyner will restart fifth, Josh Edmonds in sixth, Tyler A. Green in seventh, Cooper Liardi will restart eighth, Russell Abbott in ninth, and Seth LaCroix rounding out your top 10. And we will step away for a quick commercial break. All right, and we are back, folks. They are doubling it back up, getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Joseph Truskowski is going to be in control of this restart. Jerry Ward to his outside, Wesley Carter restarting third, and Hunter Geyer in fourth. Now, I really want everyone to keep an eye on that too of Hunter Geyer. We just watched him take away the win for stage 2, almost took away the win for stage 1, and it appears that second place is where you want to be when it comes to the end of that stage. And I think Hunter Geyer's got that timing worked out. He's going to be one to watch, especially if he can link up with the likes of that 57. We saw how well they worked together before. We can see them link up again. They're going to be hard to beat here. And this would be just what Hunter Geyer needs to try and get back into the points race. All right, and that pace car is off. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Joseph Truskowski leading them down to the line. And the green flag is out. We are back and running. Jerry Ward not getting the restart he was hoping. Hunter Geyer there, though, going to give him a shot in the back to get him going. They're trying to make their way up to the front. Those top 7 there really got to jump. And Sunk Track entering the chat. Excited to watch stage 3 here. And Hunter Geyer, we were looking for him to get a good restart. He's going to jump down to that low line. Looks like he did not like working with Jerry Ward in that 89 car. We're keeping an eye on Ward. He seemed to be at the back of the pack. Oh, the 21 out of shape here. So they're going to get everything sorted out, but it looks like they've got some issues up front as well. Jerry Ward going to the lead now. Cooper Liardi. Jerry Ward leading that top line. Cooper Liardi leading the bottom line. And some big shakeups up front as we go into stage. As we are down to 30 to go in stage 3 here. And we got some new front runners here. Jerry Ward, Cooper Liardi, Noah Smith, Eric Rodman. All these drivers, it is their first time in the top 5 tonight, and it has come at the right time here. So Jerry Ward in firm control, but here comes Tyler Green there, splitting the gap. He moves to second now. Oh, he's going to turn Jerry Ward. Jerry Ward upside down. Jerry Ward sitting upside down in the infield. So Tyler Green going to go to the lead here. It looks like Chris Jones, Seth LaCroix caught up in that as well. You see Jerry Ward there. He had to get towed back to pit road. We're going to go back, take a look, and see what happened here with them. We'll back it up to see exactly where this started here. See Ward trying to protect that high line. He sees Tyler Green coming. And Tyler Green just had a full head of steam. And by Jerry Ward trying to throw a late block. I think he's got to regret that decision here, especially this early on. Into stage 3. Still plenty of racing left. We're going to go back and we will ride along with him through the gyro cam. This wild ride, you see him out there. That hard hit. One more time from the roll bar here. And pit stops have started now. Tyler Green leading them down pit road. Looks like everyone going to be a taker. Joseph Truskowski, looks like he got a piece of that as well. He is out of this one now. And Charles Sharrow saying, butt casserole. Not, never heard that one before. So just gas and go for most of these drivers. Tyler Green going to exit pit road. And we're just going to try and get a word in real quick with Tyler Green. Tyler, tossing up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. We were just watching that replay. We wanted to get a comment from Jerry Ward there, but it appears he's not in Discord. What happened there?
Yeah, I just had a really big run on the outside, and I didn't see nowhere to take it. So I shot the gap in the middle, took the inside, and I thought he knew I was down there. I guess he didn't. He looks like he came down and then pulled an Austin Dillon right to the catch fence.
All right. Well, yeah, it definitely looked dangerous there. You know, definitely elements of Carl Edwards and Austin Dillon, but looks like you guys are getting ready to get it set back up to go racing. We'll let you get back down to the car, and you know, maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of this one.
That's the goal. I hope so.
All right. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, once again, that was Tyler Green there. Looks like he was the catalyst. He definitely had the run and just, yeah, was not Jerry Ward not able to get down in time, and he does not hit him square, and that sends him around. So we see Nicholas Warner and Alex Pelican coming back down pit road yet again. Looks like they were at the back of the field there, just trying to get as much fuel in these cars as possible. Josh Edmonds trying to catch back up to the pack. You see Russell Abbott there. He is being shown as the 4 on the scoring tower, but driving that 21 car here tonight. As we wait for these guys to get set back up, we will step aside for a quick commercial break.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show, whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd. Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly loud, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
All right, and we are back, folks. They are getting ready to double back up and go back racing. So Tyler Green will be your leader. Cooper Lee already starting to his outside. Noah Smith in third. David Joyner will restart fourth. Hunter Guy are going to restart fifth. Joseph Miller in sixth. Wesley Carter in seventh. Eric Rodeman will restart eighth. Dawson Perez will restart ninth. And Seth LaCroix rounding out your top 10. An update here, Josh Edmonds involved in the very first incident. He did catch a piece of that last incident as well. Go back, trying to take a look at his car here. See what happened with him. Oh, correction. It does look like he got through there cleanly. Still dealing with some damage from that first incident. He took about 2 minutes there on pit road that last time. Trying to get this car back competitive. As we get ready to go back green flag racing. That pace car going to dive down pit road. It is all Tyler Green as we get ready for the end of stage 3. And the green flag is out. We are racing, 25 to go. Now 24 laps left in this one. Curtis Stanford rooting for Wesley Carter up in the chat as Tyler Green getting the restart he was looking for. Noah Smith with the push. Hunter Geyer moving back to third. Hey, update, Joseph Truskowski caught up in that one. That last caution, he did have to tow back to the pits. It looked like but with enough time to get some damage repaired and get back out, still on the lead lap for Truskowski. He rides around in the back. I think after watching that last caution, everyone content to just settle it down here right around single file. Was 24 laps to go. That pit window looking to be about 27. If you conserve, 24 was the bare minimum or the maximum number of laps you could get if you were holding that throttle wide open this whole time. Curtis cheering on Angel Flight Racing as well as Door to Door Racing. And Madison Carter cheering on Wesley Carter, who has made his way up to third. And if you remember correctly, he was dealing with some damage earlier on in this one, but he is back and he is competitive. I think Wesley Carter's sitting in a pretty good spot here. Back there in third, Noah Smith and Wesley Carter have a great opportunity here. Tyler Green leading this one. If he holds that throttle all the way open, he is not going to be able to make it on fuel. They have the opportunity to really push the pace here. Make sure he holds that throttle wide open. Or give up the lead. And they should be able to make it to the end here. We do have lap traffic moving up the track. And here comes that top line starting to get developed. That is the 31 of Nick Hames up there, trying to lead a charge. Hunter Geyer involved in that as well. Russell Abbott out of shape there. He's going to go for a ride there. Go back and see what happened here. Russell Abbott, a hard hit to that inside wall. And James Price telling Dawson it is time to go. Oh, the caution is out. And it looks like this is involving Hunter Geyer in that 2 car. Hunter Geyer and Nicholas Warner caught up in this. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened here with Hunter Geyer. And he makes contact with Nicholas Warner, sending him up into that outside wall. I want to back that up just a little bit more. We're going to try and look at it from a different angle here. Looks like Nicholas Warner just coming down the track, and he hooks Hunter Geyer. I tell you what, a hard hit like that, that was shades of a Dale Earnhardt wreck back in 2001 at Daytona. And we're going to go ahead and ride along with Nicholas Warner through that one as well. And you see Nicholas Warner definitely looks like Nicholas Warner coming down the track and getting a piece of Hunter Geyer. As Madison says, it seems all they do this race is caution city. I tell you what, Madison, we had some good clean racing through stages 1 and 2, but it is stage 3, and everyone hungry for those points and a win here And this is the track that anyone can win. No matter your skill level or equipment, it is easy. You can be very competitive here if you make the right moves. We'll see some takers on pit road. Joseph Truskowski, Alex Pelican, Russell Abbott coming down pit road. Trying to get those cars worked on. Truskowski still dealing with some damage here. Trying to get back into this one. It looks like, and his drafting partner is going to be out of this. Hunter Geyer being shown that meatball flag. And we will be waiting for him to be released from the infield care center to get an interview with him. Although I think he's going to be a little bit upset with me, because earlier on in the broadcast I said he's going to be one to watch and one who could steal the win away. We saw him win in stage 2 and almost win in stage 1 with that move from second place. He knew how to get where he wanted to be, and we thought he was going to be one to watch at the end of this one. Unfortunately, Talladega very unpredictable, and he's going to get caught up in it. So now Tyler Green will still be your leader. Noah Smith in second, Wesley Carter in third, Joseph Miller will restart fourth, Eric Rodman in fifth, Josh Edmonds in sixth, Seth LaCroix in seventh, Nick Hames in eighth, Cooper Liardi will restart ninth, and David Joyner rounding out your top 10. All right, and there's that update on Joseph Truskowski. He did lag out. Looks like, so no damage for him. He is back in this one. I tell you what, it looks like he lagged out at exactly the right time. That caution flying going to save him from going a lap down. And Curtis Stanford up in the chat, hoping Miller and Carter can work together to try and get a win out of this one. We are now down to, looks like it will be about 16 to go once the green flag drops here. And I am being told that Hunter Geyer has been released from the infield care center. We're going to take a moment to talk with him. Hunter, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Austin.
All right, man. I can hear the disappointment in your voice. Take me through what happened there.
Well, there's not really much to, dispute against that. I just got straight up dumped, not clear, and just got turned into the wall. This is like the third time he's done this season. I don't know. It's just one of those things, I guess.
All right, and I can hear the frustration in your voice. Was anything said over iRacing chat there?
No, he kind of just left, didn't apologize or anything. But it's whatever. It just, my bad luck continues for this season. I have yet to finish one of these races on the lead lap. Things were going my way with a second in the stage and a stage win. So I was hoping I'd be able to put it all together for a win there at the end, but moved to the outside line there after the restart, and I was hoping Wesley Carter's sister team would have kind of came out with me, and then Joe would have followed, but kind of hung out to dry, so had to recoup from there, and didn't really get the chance. Just got straight up dumped, so is what it is.
All right, well, we are sorry to hear that, man, but we will see you back here. Actually, we will see you back here Wednesday evening, buddy. And then, of course, next week. So good luck in both those races. We will see you next time.
Yep, sounds good, man. Take it easy.
Thank you. And once again, that was Hunter Geyer, driver the number 2. Not happy. And Sunk Track, wanting both those drivers in the booth. Unfortunately, the Nicholas Warner is not in Discord, unable to get him in the booth, but we are getting ready to go back racing. That pace car is off. And the green flag is out. You see Wesley Carter giving Tyler a shot in the back. Noah Smith looked like he was going to try and dive down to the inside. Noah Smith stuck up top all by himself. Now Noah going to be able to get to the inside. We're single file up front. Now down to 16 to go in this one. And even at the end of this one, still 15 cars in this one, and it's still anyone's race. We see that 7 of Cooper Liardi leading that outside line now. And some challengers up front. Noah Smith jumps out to that outside line, being pushed by the 32 of... Hey. Trying to figure out who is in that 32. So that top line now forming up again. Tyler Green still in control of this. 3 wide racing back in the pack. That 84 of Noah Smith jumping back up to the top line. He really checks up the top line. That's going to kill all that momentum. And here comes Josh Edmonds and Seth LaCroix now to the outside line. LaCroix trying to push Edmonds, and not sure if Edmonds' car is 100% clean yet from all that damage. But LaCroix trying to push him along, and I don't know. LaCroix's got the cleaner car. I think they might want to switch places. LaCroix might be better off out in front there. Is Joseph Truskowski going to jump up that top line? Now I think we're going to start to see that 17 of Joshua Edmonds start to surge here. And coming down to 12 to go, Truskowski still trying to lead that outside line. Edmonds really getting the momentum here, and I do think he's still dealing with some front end damage that's going to affect the aerodynamics of that car and slowing him down. We know if he pushes Truskowski to that lead, Truskowski is going to cut down in front of Tyler Green and leave Edmonds out to dry. They've got to be careful here, because if Truskowski hops down, it's going to be like hitting a brick wall for that 17 car. That's going to check up the entire top line. Truskowski, though, he's going to work with that 17 of Edmonds, and he's going to take him and Seth LaCroix with him. And if you guys remember a week ago, he was talking about LaCroix and Edmonds and those Apex Racing guys, all communicate and trying to make sure one of their guys wins. This week, he's going to take them with him. Tyler Green jumps up to that outside line after he is cleared. I'm going to try and battle back with the 84 of Noah Smith as we are coming down to 10 to go. Now Edmonds going to move to the outside of Joseph Truskowski. Seth LaCroix going to go with them. Wesley Carter going to pull up to that back bumper of the 57. Edmonds has definitely gotten the run, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get enough of a run to take Seth LaCroix with him. Down to that bottom line. And there he does it. So Edmonds and LaCroix are going to get by Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski jumping back out of line. Now down to 9 to go. Tyler Green's going to go up high to avoid Truskowski. Unfortunately, Tyler Green not going to be able to clear Truskowski. And Truskowski jumping up there, and Tyler trying to go around him really is going to kill the momentum of that top line as they try and get reorganized and get another push here. Once again, the 84 of Noah Smith trying to push Truskowski. And you can see him bobbing and weaving in the back of the pack. Everyone trying to get aggressive here and not thinking about what's going to be affected on the aerodynamics of these cars. That top line trying to get too aggressive here with 8 to go. Really going to kill their momentum. So we see Dawson Price now jumping up in front of Joseph Truskowski. Price wants to go to the front of the field. Coming down to 7 to go in this one. We've got 3 wide racing back in the pack. The front of the pack, single file. David Joyner going to hop up in front of Dawson Price now. I've got to think, if I'm that 23 of Wesley Carter, I've got to be thinking about going up and joining the middle line or maybe even that top line. We know LaCroix and Edmonds not going to battle each other out until the last lap. They're going to continue to work together. Carter and Miller, if they were to do some coordination there, they could definitely hurt the momentum of Edmonds. If they hop out of line, they would kill all of that energy and may be able to make a run here. And Charles Sherro's, that is Omar Rodriguez Jr. in that 92 car. And Rodriguez Jr. getting the push to the front now. That is Truskowski pushing that line. Dawson Price going to fall in line there. Now that top line getting developed. That top line's got more takers than the bottom line. That's going to build up that energy as we come down to 5 to go. Cooper Liardi going back and forth between the two. Now they're going to go back 3 wide here. I still think it is just too early to be going 3 wide. Dawson Price jumping up out of line now. No one going to go with him. Price left out to dry there. Before to go at the line. Omar Rodriguez Jr. still leading that top line, trying to get back up to his teammates. Wesley Carter looks like he had a nose to the inside of Seth LaCroix. LaCroix tried to shut that door. Carter going to back out of it smartly. Now 3 to go once they hit the line. Truskowski going to try and start a third line here. Rodriguez Jr. going to jump down to the bottom now. And Truskowski really checking up that top line. He does not have the momentum here. So coming down to 2 to go here. And this is going to be interesting. We do have 2 sets of teammates up front. Josh Edmonds and Seth LaCroix are teammates. Wesley Carter and Joseph Miller, sister teams. We're going to see who's going to work together. Here comes Wesley Carter trying to poke a nose out there, but Omar Rodriguez Jr. is there. So they come down the backstretch. They're going to get 3 wide here. Rodriguez Jr., David Joyner trying to protect both sides. Oh, trouble back in the pack. That's going to bring out the yellow. Looks like Nick Hames caught up in that possibly. And Charles Shera is saying the 92 will most likely wreck on the last lap. So it looks like Eric Rodman, Russell Abbott, Noah Smith caught up in this. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened here. It looked like Nick Hames just comes back down the track and he gets into Tyler Green and gets bent out of shape, and he's going to take Noah Smith, Eric Rodman with him. As well as Nick Hames. And that's going to set us up for a green-white checkered finish. Looks like 12 cars still in this one. Josh Edmonds is your leader. Omar Rodriguez Jr. in second. Seth LaCroix in third. David Joyner will restart fourth. Wesley Carter in fifth. Joseph Truskowski will restart sixth. Joseph Miller in seventh. Dawson Price will restart eighth. Alex Pelican in ninth. Tyler A. Green will restart 10th. And Cooper Liardi going to restart 11th here. Curtis Stanford saying that's going to shake things up, and I do agree here. So we're still going to have Seth LaCroix behind Josh Edmonds, giving them a push, but their teammate now to the outside. We'll see if they decide to let their teammate hop in line, or if David Joyner is going to be giving Omar Rodriguez Jr. a push to the lead. David Joyner very fast here as well. But it is anyone's race as we get ready for overtime. All right, and we're getting ready here. They will be given the 1 to go signal this time by. On this restart, I really want to keep an eye on that 57 of Joseph Truskowski. He's going to be restarting on the outside of row 3. And we know him for his aggressive racing. It'll be interesting to see what he does. I do think he will be one of the first ones to jump up to the outside and try and make a third line here. But I'm not sure who would go with him in this situation. Dawson Price, we know how much he likes to run the outside line, getting up right against that wall. I know he would love to get up to the front with his teammates. We also did see Tyler Green in that 77 with some aggressive attempts to try and start an outside line earlier on in this one. I do believe we will get some 3-wide action here as soon as this green flag drops. All right, that pace car going to dive down pit road as we get ready for the exciting conclusion of this one. And the green flag is out. LaCroix and Edmonds gonna get the jump here. Omar Rodriguez Jr. has a hole, but he's gonna stay right there on the top line, trying to get that push from David Joyner. Wesley Carter catching back up to him. He's got an opportunity to hop up to that high side. Carter and Miller still linked up. Truskowski actually going to the low side here on this restart. Here comes Tyler Green, though, on the outside. Truskowski getting a run here. Joseph Miller wants to get up high, unable to do so. So they come off of turn 4. And down the front stretch, white flag waving, next flag ends the race. It is all Joshua Edmonds right now. Joseph Miller going to jump to that high side. I think that's too soon for Joseph Miller. Now Wesley Carter going to be left all by himself. No help from a teammate. They go through the final turns. Seth LaCroix now going to jump out of line, and I'm not sure if that was the right move by LaCroix. Oh, but here comes Alex Pelican. Edmonds gets turned up into the wall there. Alex Pelican going to the lead. Pelican goes to the lead. Pelican's going to take the win there. Joseph Truskowski, though. He said he's going to come back holding the steering wheel or the trophy. He gets into it there. But amazing charge by him there at the end. We're going to go back, take one more look at this. Keeping an eye on Alex Pelican. And after Edmonds got out of shape, it seemed like Pelican was pushing LaCroix. So LaCroix moved back to the bottom, and he and Pelican make contact, actually. What a finish there. And Joseph Truskowski with an amazing charge there. As Alex Pelican gonna do some celebrating here. Pelican gonna burn it down. His first career win in the ERA series. And we're gonna go ahead and kick off our interviews here. And we'll start with our third place finisher, Seth LaCroix. Seth, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
I gotcha.
All right, man. Congratulations on another podium at a track that we all know you hate.
Yeah, I was kind of. I honestly, I don't know if I've ever been so happy to not win a race, but yeah, it was fun.
Definitely looked like fun. Now, take me through that green-white that green-white checkered finish. We were keeping an eye on you there, just hanging out, pushing Josh Edmonds, and then you hopped out of line. When you hopped out of line, were you trying to race Josh Edmonds, or were you guys just trying to control both lanes there because of your teammates?
Neither. Josh was running out of fuel, so I was 100% content to push Josh to the win. And he started. He went off comms, but I asked him on the back. I asked him coming to the white flag. I said, "How much fuel you got?" And he said 0.9. And so I was doing my best to push him. The run was coming, and I think he started sputtering entering turn 3 because all of a sudden I was just on his bumper. My RPMs were climbing, and he's running out, and he's not saying anything. But so I pulled out. I had no momentum at that point, and it was just pedal to the floor. And poor Wesley didn't know, so he smashed the back of Josh, and Josh called out on the radio like, "I'm out." But that was it. So I had no momentum left to get to the line. But I will absolutely positively take a podium.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. And this is definitely going to help your standings in the points and keep you atop that leaderboard. One race left. Before we go into the chase, you are obviously locked into the chase. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe you've locked down that P1 position going into the chase. What track are you looking forward to most once we get to the chase?
Shoot, honestly, I've won at all of them. So, I probably that's hard. Probably Kansas, I guess. I mean, I love Richmond next week. New Hampshire's a great track. Bristol, I think it's Kansas and Homestead, right? I think Kansas will be my best track, but I should be strong at all of them. So, I'm looks like all but I think set up to go into the chase as the first place driver. So I have a little bit of points lead going in. Not as big as I have now, but I look forward to it.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking a moment to talk with us. We're going to let you get on out of here. Before we do, though, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, my parents got to see them today on a drive up. Didn't get to see my dad, but saw my mom. She took a time out of her day to meet us. We literally drove about, I think it ended up being about 10 hours. Got here about a half hour before the race started. So thanks for watching, and thanks everyone else for watching too. And everyone, is a pretty clean Talladega race. I've seen a lot worse, so cars are pretty sketchy here. So, but thanks everyone for watching, and see you guys next week.
All right. We appreciate it, buddy, and we will see you back here next week. And once again, that was Seth LaCroix taking home the win here tonight. We're going to taking home third place here tonight. We're going to move on to our second place finisher, Joseph Truskowski. We get him up here in the booth. Joseph, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah.
All right, man. Back-to-back second place finishes here at Nashville Super Speedway and Talladega Super Speedway. How does it feel?
Couldn't get closer. Obviously would have loved to win. Fine with how my race went today, especially for my points in the standings going into the chase coming up here. But this is what happens when I don't have things. When I have things that don't affect my race and bad luck. Finally been able to keep it together, and thank you to the league today for letting me get my laps back. My computer blew up, so.
We were trying to figure out what happened there. Yeah, we didn't even catch that you had dropped out, and just seemed like you we saw you move to the back of the pack, and then you were back and sitting on pit road. So glad they let you get your laps back. And, I don't know if I'd say nothing affected your race. You definitely had an incident there. It looked like you and Hunter Geyer made contact, and you were able to keep that car clean. So good job there. But I think the real question, though, is where did you come from at the end? You had an amazing run to get up there and steal second away.
Man, that all started on that before that last caution too. It was hard back there in the top lane and the back, like kind of just people wanting to be in front of each other, and which is understandable. But it was just tough to kind of get it going, and then just weren't having a ton of momentum. And I got a huge run, and I just kept my foot in, and it took it 3 wide down the middle. Obviously not the smartest move, but it ended up working out. I don't think I caused the caution there, but I mean, they could say I did for making that move, and then people got into each other. But that really helped me. And then on the restart, I was up top, and I knew I needed to get to the bottom. And then I got a little too confident. I knew the bottom was really dominant. I did want to go up top because I don't like to just ride, but it ended up working out. And then on the last restart, I just decided on the back straightaway, like, I'm not lifting. I'm just going wherever I can go. And it finally worked out for, having wrecks on the white flag usually does not go my way, or I'm usually the one wrecking. But today it worked out, and I almost won off it, and can't be disappointed.
All right. Well, nothing to shake your head at, and this is definitely going to move you up in the point standings. You were coming into this race in 8th, and it looks like you're going to go ahead and at least get by Wesley Carter here to take over that 7th place position. I don't think you're going to close the gap with Alex Pelican after he takes home the win, but definitely some stuff to look forward to once we get to the chase. We're going to let you get on out of here. Before we do, though, anyone you want to thank?
Thank the league. Thank you for broadcasting. Congrats to Pelican on the win, and get back at it next week.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, buddy, and we will see you back here next week.
Thanks. Hopefully, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. And once again, that was Joseph Truskowski taking home 2nd tonight. We're going to move on to our race winner, though. Alex Pelican. Alex, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Congratulations on your first win here in the Era Cup Series. And it's been a long time coming. How does it feel?
It was good. Got the monkey off my back.
Yeah, definitely getting the monkey off your back there. Take me through that green-white checkered finish.
Oh, man, I don't even know. I mean, I think I restarted 9th, maybe, something like that. I was just going to go with whatever lane went and then figure it out. I thought I was going to finish like 6th, you know?
All right. Well, yeah, it seemed like you came out of nowhere, and we saw Seth LaCroix jump up to the top there, and you were able to get on his back bumper as looked like Joshua Edmonds ran out of gas. Wesley Carter gets into him, and we were focused on that wreck back there, and somehow you ended up taking home the win, getting by Seth LaCroix. Take us through that move right there.
I mean, I peeked out there and gave him a shot to, I think, would have got him by the 17, and then realized after I gave him a shot, I still had a little bit of a run. So I was like, I'm going to hate myself if I don't at least try it, you know? And was able to get to his quarter panel and side draft him a little bit and win.
Well, it definitely worked out, and looked like you made a little bit of contact, but it is the last lap, so you got to do what you got to do, and got to feel good to get that first win, and especially beating someone like Seth LaCroix, who is top of the points and been dominant these last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody to beat in this league, it's definitely Seth. League's full of great guys, fast guys. So to get one feels good.
All right. Well, we're going to let you get on out of here. Before we do, though, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah. So going back and watching the replay, I got to thank David Joyner. I honestly think he was the reason, I had to run. He stuck behind me there. I want to thank you for broadcasting the league. Thank everybody for that works in the league that puts us on so we can do this.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy, and we will see you back here next week.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And once again, that was Alex Pelican taking home the win here tonight. We're going to go ahead and run through our official results. Once again, Alex Pelican coming home first, Joseph Truskowski in second, Seth LaCroix will finish third, Wesley Carter in fourth, Omar Rodriguez Jr. will restart fifth, Omar Rodriguez Jr. takes home fifth. Tyler Green finishes sixth. Cooper Liardi in seventh. Joseph Miller will finish eighth. David Joyner in ninth. Dawson Price finishes 10th. Josh Edmonds in 11th. Nick Hames will finish 12th. Russell Abbott in 13th. Chris Jones will finish 14th. Noah Smith in 15th. Eric Rodeman will finish 16th. Hunter Geyer comes home 17th. Nicholas Warner in 18th. 19th was Jerry Ward. Curtis Stanford finishes 20th. And Tristan Haynes will round out your field in 21st. And I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Make sure that you guys tune in next Sunday night live from Richmond Motor Speedway. But before that race, we do have two races coming up. Tuesday night, we will have the Visra Series with their Rebel Racing Network debut. They will be coming to you live from Talladega as well for their recruitment race, and they have been putting the recruitment schedule on, really trying to get those drivers in. We are excited to have them joining the Rebel Racing Network family, and we'll post more information on them after the recruitment race. Their league will kick off June 18th, so make sure you guys are tuned in for that. That is Thursday, June 18th, with the Clash at Nashville Fairgrounds. And then after Tuesday night, we will be right back here on Wednesday night with the TCR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series live from Watkins Glen. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe so you do not miss a moment of it. If you have not done so already, please like, follow, and subscribe over on Facebook, and we will see you back here on Tuesday evening.